Welcome back, Brickmaniacs, to another episode of Brickmania TV. Yitzy, what kit do we have here? The Gotha?
We have the Gotha.
Gotha? Gotha?
Sure.
Gotha? Gotha.
We were calling it Gotha.
We were calling
that's Gotha or Gothica. I don't know. But you said it was Gotha.
I believe it's
and then we
like that. Gotha.
Found some sound file on YouTube or something, and it said Gotha.
Gotha.
So that's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, but we only have like 30 seconds to do this episode, so why are we talking about it?
So first of all, this is a kit that we sell, and it's a plan. Let's talk about it. Talk about it, Yitzy.
Okay, this would be a German, Imperial German at the time,
right.
World War I heavy bomber. It's a biplane, so it has the double wing. Germany had light bombers and fighters, and as with all wars, the technology was increasing pretty quickly, and planes weren't around all that long, but the technology was increasing rather quickly. So basically, part of the German strategy was just to go and get over the English Channel and just bomb England. They started with the for the heavy bombers. They started with the Gotha 1, 2, 3, and this would be 4. This would be the most I guess the one they used the most at the time. Eventually, they had the 5 and 5AB. They even had a Giant, which they added on a couple more engines. Went even higher, I think 15,000 feet. And that one was pretty hard to take down. I don't know if they took any of them down.
That was like their strategy, is they just would fly higher than the fighters could go, right?
They would try. Yeah, the other one, the Giant that had the 4, yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And I think they had these Zeppelins. Yeah. And those were also higher, so the fighters couldn't really get there. But they had a lot of problems with them, blowing up.
Zeppelins are just perfect for blowing
fire,
up.
Yeah. And when they were landing, taking off, those were tough. So they started transitioning over to bombers and heavy bombers.
Cool.
Yeah. So this would be 4, and what else do you want to know?
I mean, this is one of the bigger sized kits that we've ever done. Is the PT boat longer than this one in terms of wingspan? I don't know if we've done anything this big before.
This one is I think just under 27 inches on the wingspan. I don't remember how big the PT boat was, but yeah, that's got to be, if it's not bigger than that, it's got to be about the same.
Right. So this was a challenge to even fit in our photography booth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we started off with a smaller box, and we soon realized that with the instructions and materials and stuff, it was not going to fit.
Right.
So we had to go bigger.
Yeah, so let's just get right into this. There's some crazy new build techniques that we've used here. There's just all sorts of awesome printing going on. Yeah,
so I started working on this typical, kit, start working on it with brick and whatever, and I think you were walking by and you're like, wouldn't it be cool if we could put some fabric on there? And then I'm like, yes, I will jump on that right now.
All downhill from there, yeah. We had just finished testing out some new fabric in our printer that, we've had fabric stuff in the past, but that was on just a regular printer. This stuff's actually laser printed, so like it's completely impervious to water and
Yeah, I didn't know we had the capability to do this kind of thing, and we discussed it a little bit, and you're like, yeah, we could totally do it. And we spoke to our printers, and they're like, oh yeah, no problem.
Right.
So we had to make up a template. And I mean,
it was a bit of a challenge, but
it was quite the challenge. This is like version 7 or something. I had a completely different wing design, even the frame, the structural internally. It looked cool. We did a couple test flies around the office, but I just couldn't let it out the door as a Brickmania kit because I thought once we wrap it, pieces may start falling apart and rattling inside. I'm like, this is not Brickmania worthy. We have to, you know, even if we go a little past the schedule, we have to get this done. Dan was out of, Daniel Siskin, the owner of the company, he was out of the country, and we kind of just took a risk on this and got a prototype, and then we sent him a picture. He was like, yeah, go for it.
So it looks awesome. Let's turn this around so they can maybe get a better view of the backside of the wings.
Our social media department, you know, we put it out there. I put some pictures on my Flickr and stuff, and so we got some comments on, like, you know, we thought this was a regular model. We didn't even realize it was Lego.
Right.
So this is a new thing for Brickmania. I don't even know if the Lego company has ever gone this far with material.
Not that I know of. I mean, there's sales.
Maybe a couple sales
ships
with like 3 or 4 points to put it on.
But this is actually kind of a similar, like, this is how the plane is made. There's a skeleton underneath.
Yeah, the company that made it was Gotha Wagon Fabric. Yeah. So it would make sense that they wrapped it in fabric. Actually, they did wrap it in fabric. The first, I don't know, version 1, 2, 3, and then when they got to 4s, I think they started changing the actual fabric for a plywood skin. Made it a little better, held up, you know, a little better to gunfire and stuff. It could actually take some punishment. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, this was, it was a challenge to do it, and we went back and forth on the material a few times to get the template right and all that. Instructions were interesting to make and all that, but we're really pleased with the results. I'm sure you guys are too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell we're excited about it?
It's cool. It's cool. What do we got going on here? So
this has got everything.
Everything. Yeah.
This has got Lego string, cut string, printing, 3 custom figures. It's got, well, it even comes with a name, a little plaque thing.
Nice.
With that, it's got this new Lego or Brickmania material that we're using. You may want to get your hands on these as soon as you can because, oh, there you go, dropping all the bombs.
Drops bombs.
It drops bombs. But that's not the main armament. You want to see
actually have a bunch of bombs.
Do you want to see the primary weapon here?
Yeah,
okay.
I like that.
All right, here we go. The cameraman's going to show the primary weapon right there.
Nice slingshot. I mean, that's probably how it evolved. Like,
you had
they were
3
flying
guys.
2 planes. Like, I wish there was a way to shoot that guy in that enemy plane.
Well, what if you had 3 guys on this plane,
what planes
right?
have been out for like...
You had the forward gunner, you had the rear gunner, and what if those guys got hit? Or what if the engine was, you know, damaged and one of them had to climb out on the wing and, you know, repair the engine mid-flight? No one's manning the gun up there. These would be MG-14s.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And I love this. There's a spot, I don't know if you can see that.
So this plane is famous for
you can shoot straight through.
Yeah, it's called a gun tunnel. You could show the bottom of that. So actually, there was a the original version of that had 2 machine guns. One was ventral, one was dorsal. So you had one on top and one below.
Yeah.
The rear gunner would have to, if there were fighter planes coming from the back trying to shoot it down and it was up high, he could take this rear gun on top and shoot up high. Now, if it was lower, he would have to get down to a second position to the second machine gun and then get down and shoot through the gun tunnel below. Eventually, they scrapped that idea, pulled out the machine gun on the bottom, opened up the gun tunnel further, and then he could shoot up there and then go right through the hole. Try not to shoot out the plane.
Don't shoot your own plane.
Yeah, don't shoot the rudder off while you're doing that. But yeah, then you could get... Oops. They did pretty well, actually. When they would go in a squadron, you know, let's say 4 planes or 20 planes at a time, you had your forward machine gunners, you had your rear machine gunners. I mean, this carried on into World War II, like the B-29s and stuff, B-17s, the flying fortresses. You had machine guns all over the place to defend itself. And they did pretty well. Eventually, they went... anti-aircraft fighters started taking them down, and by the time they got to the Gotha V, they went exclusively over to night missions.
And that was a completely different camouflage schema on that one.
Yeah,
that had
changed.
a camouflage.
Yeah, and the tail changed. They added another wheel on the front because when they were landing, they would nose over.
Right.
So that's a little bit different, but this one was pretty popular. Right. This particular marking over here was for Belgium. I think they had 4 squadrons stationed over there.
Yeah, so that's actually built the color into there, and then is that color matched? Yeah, that's a color match sticker right there.
Yeah, so part of that is the dark green Lego plate and tile, and then part of that is the color matching of the stickers that go with it.
Oh, here, sorry.
So yeah, we got stickers on here.
Of course, you know, the fabric on top has a printing on it.
Yep.
That it kind of simulates that, like a more detailed internal skeletal structure with all the different ribs with a bit of textured.
Yep.
A little simulated depth to it.
And we even have printing on the underside to help with instructions. So you've got 6 separate wings, two
there's
tail
also small
fabrics
fabric
also.
ones in the back. So.
Yeah. So when you're following the instructions, it'll show you, like, let's say use top right. And the fabric on the underside actually says top right, so you can match instructions. So that makes it a lot easier.
What else? Printing on the propellers?
Yeah, printing on the propellers. Yeah, you did a nice job there.
Thank you. So it's got a simulated sort of wood grain.
And you found a picture of the real propeller,
I found the actual propeller from one of these airplanes. So
that's cool.
It's based very closely off of that.
Yeah, we try to do this as accurately as possible. So I printed blueprints to scale. It took a few pieces of paper to tape them all together and stuff. Yep. But also, like, the engines, finding pictures of them. The Brickmania guns, they might be a little bit of a mix of
sorry, I'm just trying to
MG08, Brickmania's MG08 receiver, and a couple different barrels for the pivot points and how they attach, but they would be MG14s.
I like these. So yeah,
the landing gear's got some kind of fancy skids. I actually have no idea what those skid things are for, but they're there, so we put them in.
Shot. So a full armament of bombs, right?
Yeah, the payload could be, I think, maybe 1,100 pounds, and they would have different payloads. Some of those bombs, you know, the bigger and heavier bombs there were, the less of them they could put on. But this would be one setup. They would strap them to the bottom, pretty much, you know, dumb bombs. You know, they'd have a release. I think there was, in the front gunner's position, there was like a little window in the bottom with a little sight, and kind of let them know when to drop the bombs.
All right, it's your turn to drop the bombs now.
Right.
Do it.
And then when they ran out of bombs, they could just, you know, grab whatever they had in the back, some bricks or rocks, and just throw it on the. But a big part of these were just the fear.
The fear. Yeah, I mean that's flying across the English Channel. No one had ever done that.
Yeah,
like
500
in an attack plane, right? That had never been done before. No, so
and
the psychological impact of that.
Yeah, for the British, they had to dedicate all the manpower and anti-aircraft guns and airplanes and everything just to try and defend the coast. When I don't know, you know, maybe they only had like 200 of these, a little over 200, but it seemed like a lot more. But they had to defend against it. It was pretty scary. But yeah.
I got nothing else. What else? Full color instructions.
Yeah.
So here's the instructions. See, now you know how to build it. Full color instructions as usual. Look at that. Very nice. I think that's it. Is that it?
One more little thing, and I know some people are picky about this, so I incorporated into this. Now, the wings we have here, they're not drooping; they're up slightly. One other feature is that the wings right now are kind of straight out, the top wing, but there is the possibility of angling them, of bending them. So I made the middle part flexible, and I put the where they attach here on some bars that they could actually go a little bit forward.
You can actually see that.
You could take these wings and you can actually bend them back. And here, I'll turn it up the other way so you could actually see.
Yeah, it's got a noticeable bend back.
You could see the curve on there. So that is an option when you purchase this and you have it. You have that option of bending it or not. It's part of it. We overlap the wings slightly, so should be good to go.
Cool.
That's it. I'm done.
I think we talked about the figures before.
These flaps turn. Did we talk about that?
No.
Okay, we're done.
Now we're done. Okay, that is the episode. For more information, check out brickmania.com. Thank you very much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Drop the bombs now. You gotta drop the bombs.
Okay, coming for
Get
a
slow
bombing
motion,
run.
or whatever.
Should we take out the German guys? There's no pilot. Ready?
Oh, nice. Oh,
missed them.
one survivor.
It happens.
Can you pick it up by the wings?
Yes.
Probably.
Is it swooshable? Swooshable enough.
It is definitely swooshable. Did we
You pick it up
swoosh
by
it?
one? Yeah, it's swooshable. If you're holding it by the main body, absolutely.
I could even do one of these.
Oh yeah, that's a sturdy structure. I mean, I don't know if you could pick it up by just one wing on the far end.
Deal.
No way!
That's actually totally.
I'm surprised.
I didn't think it would, yeah. One more time. Oh, okay.
Wow, that's cool.